Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, family. Excuse me. This is Ryan X coming to you live on here. Grand rising to you for those of us on the West Coast. For those of you on the East Coast, I know it's in the afternoon. So I hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful day. Today is Tuesday. This is the day that Allah, God, has made. We will be glad and we will rejoice in it. I hope that you're having a blessed, wonderful day. Hope you're doing well. Hope and pray that you are. And the likelihood that you're having one of those days, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I can definitely bear witness to that. So this video is probably gonna get me in a lot of trouble. I started doing it yesterday, but my damn Wi-Fi went out. So I had to 86 the video and try to do it again. So here we are. Um First let me say this. The deaths of both Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace, aka the Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie, dealt hip hop a blow that it has not recovered from. It's been almost 30 years. Well, next year in September, it would be 30 years since the death of Pac. And then in March of 27, it would be 30 years since the death of Biggie. So we coming up on 30 years that both of these brothers have been taken from us. May Allah be pleased with both of them. Pac was 25. Biggie was 2 months shy of his 25th birthday, 24. They were young men. They were kids. They were gone way too soon. And it's unfair what happened to them. And again, hip hop was dealt a blow. When Pac was murdered, that blow hit hard. And then 6 months, damn near to the day of Pac passing, Biggie is gunned down in LA. So it's another blow. And that's what sunk hip hop's ship. Pac, they was able to steer it a little bit, they took that hit, took on some water, was able to kind of repair it, steered a little bit, but Biggie was that was it. That was it. Because it was of the most two of the most well-known rappers gone within a span of 6 months. I mean, seriously, and hip hop still hasn't recovered from it. Still hasn't. And I was a fan of both of these brothers. I had, I think, 8 or 9 of Pac's albums, maybe more. Probably, I think maybe 8 or 9, because Pac's body of work was greater than Biggie's because Pac was in the game longer. So I was able to obtain most of his albums, and I had a great deal of them. I think I had, yeah, maybe probably 9 or 10 of his albums. I was a huge Pac fan. Huge Pac fan. I had his first tape, Tupacalypse Now. Came out November '91. I had that on when it was on. I got the tape before I got the CD. Biggie had both of his albums. Um, Ready to Die and Life After Death. Huge Biggie fan. Huge fan of that brother. Um, and it's just a shame what happened. Because we got cheated out of some great music. Biggie would have been 53, Pac would have been 54. Would they have continued to rap in 2025? Maybe, maybe not. Would hip hop be in the place that it's in now? No, I don't think it would have been, because this trash music with that Diddy brought in, that the South, I have to admit that the South ushered in, it would not have been tolerated. It would not have been tolerated. Your little Wheezies, all these uh, all these whack ass rappers that's out now, bubblegum, mush mouth, mumble mouth rapping, it would not have been tolerated if both Big and Pac had lived. And I will die on that hill. I believe that with every fiber of my being. But before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button on, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. I just don't think, it would have been tolerated. But be that as it may, as much as I love both Pac and Big, they are not, I repeat, they are not in my top 5. Hell, they're not even in my top 10. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that. And you know what? When I first started doing these videos, um, I came to the realization that some topics that I speak on, that I speak my opinion on, and stand 10 toes down on, it's gonna be are gonna have a problem with it. They're not gonna agree. They're gonna call me names, what so have you. They're gonna disagree with me wholeheartedly and adamantly, and that's fine. The name calling's not cool. Of course, that ain't never cool. But disagree with me vehemently, respectfully, I get it. And I like to think that I have tough skin because doing these videos and thinking that everybody's going to love what you say, it's going to, oh, man, yeah, you're right, man, and it's going to be in agreement with you all the time. No, you got another thing coming. It is not for the faint of heart. It's not. So if you have fragile feelings or you are in your feelings and feel some type of way with people who disagree with you, then I wouldn't suggest starting a YouTube channel or a podcast because people will disagree with you on the weather. If you say it's sunny outside and you could prove it's sunny outside, they're going to say, no, it's cloudy. People just love to be argumentative and disagreeable. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But so I say all that to say this is not for the faint of heart. You gotta have tough skin and you gotta know to brush it off and keep on moving. So with that being said, are y'all ready? Let's get down to the get down. So this is my top 5. My top 5 hip hop artists of all time. Rakim, KRS-One, The Teacher, Big Daddy Kane, Nas, Nasty Nas, and number 5 from the Ghetto Boys from H-Town, Scarface or Mr. Scarface. Again, number 1 Rakim, number 2 KRS-One, The Teacher, number 3 Big Daddy Kane, number 4 Nas, Nas Escobar, Nasty Nas, number 5 Mr. Scarface. Are you ready for my top 10? I gave you my top 5. So number 6, Ras Kass, who in my humble opinion is the best lyricist on the West Coast. Pop can't hold a candle to Ras Kass, my opinion. Number 6 is Ras Kass. Number 7 is the Iron Lung himself, John Blaze, Method Man of the Wu-Tang Clan. Number 8 is Reggie Noble, aka Redman, out of the Bricks, Newark, New Jersey. Number 9 is the man himself, Ice Cube. Number 10, also from the Wu-Tang Clan, Tony Starks, Iron Man himself, Ghostface Killer. Number 11, I have Pac. But that's going to change. Sorry, number 11 is Chuck D. I know Chuck D is in Public Enemy. I understand that, but I have Chuck D number 11. Number 12, I have Pac. Number 13, I have Big. So Pac is number 12 on my list. Big is number 13. I got Pac higher than Biggie because of Pac's body of work. You just gotta be. I gotta keep it 100, keep it 1,000. Pac's body of work is greater than Big. So I got Pac number 12 and Biggie number 13. They're in my top 20. Hell, they're in my top 15, but they're not in my top 10. Neither Big nor Pac. That's just me. I'm gonna tell you who Rolling Stone. I had this yesterday. Rolling Stone. Let me see here. And this is from 2 years ago. Now check this out. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications or whenever I do videos on here. Okay, so this is Rolling Stones. What's this? Rolling Stone. Billboard. Billboard and Vibe. Billboard and Vibe magazine's top what's this? Top 10. And this is going back to 2023. So this is 2 years ago, from 2 years ago. Number one, they have Jay-Z. This shows you don't know shit about hip hop, first of all. Number one, they have Jay-Z. Number two, they have Kendrick Lamar. Number three, they have Nas. Number four, they have Pac. Number five, they have Eminem. Number six, they have Biggie. Number seven, they have Lil Weezy, Lil Wayne. Number eight, they have Drake. Number nine, they have Snoop. Number 10, they have Nicki Minaj. This is their top 10. Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, Nas number three, Pac number four, Eminem number five, Biggie number six, Lil Weezy, Lil Wayne number seven, Drake number eight, Snoop D-O-double-G number nine, and Nicki Minaj number 10. You honestly put Eminem over Biggie and Kendrick Lamar over Nas and Pac and Biggie? That Now notice Rakim, KRS-One, um, Big Daddy Kane, and Scarface is not in that top 10. So in 2015, 10 years ago, they had Biggie number one, Jay-Z number two, Eminem number three, Rakim number four, Nas number five, Andre 3000 from Outkast number six, Lauryn Hill of the Fugees and her solo career. They had Lauryn Hill number seven, Ghostface Killer, Tony Stark number eight, Kendrick Lamar number nine, and Lil Weezy, Lil Wayne number 10. That was back in 2015, 10 years ago. Peace, God. Thank you for tuning in. Salute to you. I'm glad you like the FOI hat. Yeah, man, I got two of these. So this one I got yesterday. This was in black, and I got one in blue too. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, God. They're judging them by their fame. Exactly. But see, this goes to show you they don't know shit about hip hop. Because Rakim, as far as I'm concerned, is the GOAT. Eric B. and Rakim, my top three alone are the pioneers, are the gods of hip hop. Rakim, KRS-One, and Big Daddy Kane. Enough said. That's my top three. That's my top three. And they are famous. If it wasn't for them, hip hop would have never had its glory years of the late 80s into the early 90s. I'm sorry, say what you want to say. But I say all that to say this. As great as Pac and Big were, they were not top 10 artists as far as I'm concerned. And when I tell people that about Pac out here on the West Coast, they get in their feelings. Oh man, what you mean Pac ain't top 10? Pac the greatest, man. Well, why was Pac so great? Pac talked about the future. He was able to predict what was going on. He was deep, man. Pac was conscious. Pac was gangster with it. Pac had hit him up. The worst rap song in hip hop history. That garbage ass song hit him up. Garbage. It helped lead to the destruction of hip hop. I'm going to repeat myself again. It helped lead to the destruction of hip hop. It led to the death of Pac, and it led to the death of Biggie. Had Pac not been mixed up with Death Row and Suge Knight in particular, he would have still been alive today. He would have been at the Million Man March like he was supposed to have been. If Biggie was not mixed up with Bad Boy and Diddy and this freaky lesbian transvestite part, whatever the case may have been, Biggie would be alive today and he would have been at the Million Man March. There would have been no East Coast, West Coast beef. I'm going to say that again. There would have never been an East Coast and West Coast beef. And the powers that be in the Jewish community would not have benefited tremendously from it. Talking about your Vibe magazines, your Rolling Stone magazines, your Source magazines, MTV, none of them would have benefited from this. The more it went on, the more they talked about it, the more it generated revenue for them. Because let me school y'all on something. Black destruction is a billion-dollar business. I don't think you heard what I said. Black destruction is a billion-dollar business. The more dysfunction they can create in the black community, the more money they can generate. Biggie Tupac didn't live long enough to see their greatness and potential growth, so I disqualified them in this. Hey, thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. And that's saying a lot because Pac's body of work, he had a lot of body of work. Pac had multiple albums. Biggie only had two. But Pac had multiple albums. Pac was working on a One Nation album with the OGs on the East Coast and the South and the West and bringing them all together on one album. But he never saw it, it never came to pass because his life was cut short, unfortunately. And my brother King Lee has said many times, we got cheated out of some great music. Because we did. We did. We did. But you can't qualify them. That's why I have Pac number 12 on my list and Biggie number 13. Now, getting into Chuck D, I get it. Chuck D is the front man for Public Enemy. They're a group. But individually, Uncle Chuck D is a better lyricist than Pac, as far as I'm concerned. Chuck delivery just cut to you, man. It's like a razor. It's like he was the RZA before the RZA was. Uncle Chuck's lyrics is just they just cut through you like a Gensu. Can't trust it. I mean, God dog. 50-55, then oh man. Uncle Chuck, and he still could spit at 65 years young. The brother just turned 65, what, last week? Uncle Chuck just turned 65. He could be my uncle. Uncle Chuck. And Pac, now get this now. Get this. Pac is on record as saying that he borrowed from Rakim and Chuck D. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. So how can you judge someone who borrowed from someone they admired? How can someone who borrowed be greater than someone who they borrowed from? Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. That's like people, and I said this yesterday. That's like people saying that Brother Malcolm was put him up on a higher pedestal than the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. When if it had not been for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, there would not have been a Brother Malcolm. Am I right or am I absolutely right? If it had not been for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, Allah's messenger, the exalted Christ, there would not have been a Malcolm X. Malcolm would have died Malcolm Little in prison. Malcolm's life was cut short, unfortunately, at the age of 39. But I can make the argument that had he not found the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and come into the fold of the Nation of Islam, Malcolm wouldn't have lived that long. Malcolm would have died at 22 or 23. He would have died Malcolm Little, a pimp, a dope pusher, a dope user, sleeping with sleeping with swine, the white woman, eating swine. That's what Malcolm Little would have been known as. We would have never have heard of him. Never heard of Malcolm Little. But we heard of Malcolm X. Yes, Malcolm spoke against his teacher, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We know of this, but that's a different topic for a different day. But for what it's worth, there would not have been a brother Malcolm. There would never have been a Malcolm X without the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You cannot exalt Malcolm above the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's sacrilegious and it's wrong to do that. Like it'd be wrong to exalt Malcolm above Master Fard Muhammad. I always get his first name. Bear with me on his first name. Master Fard Muhammad, who came in a person of Allah himself. Master Fard Muhammad. Allah, God himself. But people, I'm sure people have done it. I haven't seen it, and I hope I don't ever see it. I hope I never see that because I'm gonna call it out and I'm gonna correct it. And I'm gonna check the person who do that. It's bad enough that you put Brother Malcolm above the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It's bad enough also that you put him above the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the exalted Christ, the messenger. But to put him above Master Fard Muhammad, no, that's blasphemy as far as I'm concerned. And it would never happen. And as far as I'm concerned, and many in the nation is concerned, there's only three great figures in the Nation of Islam. Of course, Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, God himself, his exalted Christ, his messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, number two, and number three, our teacher, who's on the scene now, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Those three right there. That's the Trinity. That's the Trinity. Brother Malcolm was a great minister. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with him, was a great minister. A lot of great ones come, but you can't put them above the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and definitely not above the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I say all that to say this. Rakim took a 5-year hiatus. From 92 to 97, he wasn't making any music. And then he came back on the scene. So Rakim is still the GOAT. KRS-One was doing conscious rap way before Pac was even thought of. So was Uncle Chuck. So was Big Daddy Kane. So was Rakim. They were all doing it before Pac was even thought of. So how can y'all even put Pac above them? Now, if Pac would have lived, if Pac would have been alive today, then possibly you can make the argument that yeah, Pac is up there with the Rakims, the KRS Ones, the Big Daddy Kanes. You could make that argument. But right now, no, you can't. Definitely can't make it for Biggie because Biggie only had 2 albums. But people get so far caught up in their emotions because they feel like because the artists have passed on that we owe them that. No, we owe them the respect that they deserved of loving their music, honoring their memory. But we don't owe them putting them over legends. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. And a lot of people on the West Coast, they feel an emotional attachment to Pac because, but he wasn't from the West Coast. He was from New York, from the Bronx. Then he moved to Baltimore. Then he moved to um damn, not San Mateo. Damn, I forgot the name of the town. Oh, on the other side of Golden Gate Bridge. Forgot the name of the town like that quick. Sausalito. He moved to Sausalito, which if you coming from San Francisco on the Golden Gate Bridge, on the other side is Sausalito. So that's where Pac lived, in Sausalito. But I mean, come on, you can't put this man, him or Big, above those three. Actually, above those five: Rakim, KRS One, Big Daddy Kane, Nas, and Scarface. You just can't do it. And I know I put that on my social media a couple days ago, and I got a laughing emoji. But the person who sent that laughing emoji, they are Pac. They worship Pac. Pac could do no wrong in their eyes. He can't. Even if Pac was wrong, they would make an excuse that it was right. They actually defended the song "Hit 'Em Up." Crazy as that sound, but these um Pacamaniacs is what I call them. You can't tell them no. You can't tell nothing different. Out here on the West Coast, man. No, no, no. Yes, he was among the greatest, among, but Pac is not the GOAT, and Pac is not better than Chuck D. Chuck's lyrics just, if you want to learn something, if you want a lesson, if you just want to work out to something, and then Chuck D's raps, it's like his lyrics will get you pumped up to go work out, and then you learning something at the same time. You lifting weights, but you're learning at the same time. He's like talking through you through his raps. I mean, Pac has Dear Mama. Pac has songs to get your emotions going. Yes, I agree with that. He does. But Chuck D gets you ready to lift weights, ready to go out here and fight City Hall, fight the power that be. We got to fight the power. I mean, goddamn, can't trust it. I mean, man, come on. You got to give it up. I mean, damn, Chuck's lyrics, man, just you you be working out, you be driving, you be like, damn, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. It's like Chuck is on a rostrum teaching. That's where Pac got it from. Pac was a revolutionary. I give him that. But Chuck D was too. Chuck D was a revolutionary before Pac Talking about in the hip hop game, Unknown Wax. Chuck D was doing revolutionary music before Pac was even in the rap game. So how can y'all put Pac above Chuck D? Karis One. Hell, Cool Mo D. But I wouldn't put Mo D over above Pac though. But he sounded like, yes, he did. Facts. He sounded like Chuck D and Rakim. He sure did. He sure did. That'll be like, and I made this case, and I brought this example up yesterday. I'm not gonna put Kobe Bean Bryant in this conversation, but and this is strictly on the basketball court. I'm not talking about this man's personal life. That's another topic for another day. Dwayne Wade, D Wade, from Chicago, from the South Side. D Wade was a great ball player. Like I said, his extracurricular activities notwithstanding, we're not going to even discuss that. That's another story for another day, another topic for another day. But on the court, D Wade was great. Would y'all say that D Wade is greater than MJ? D Wade has some acrobatic, used to make some acrobatic shots. D Wade could dunk when he was with the Miami Heat. D Wade could throw it down. He had some acrobatic shots. Early Dwayne Wade was a scorer, had a nice mid-range jumper, could shoot the three. But would y'all say that D Wade is better than MJ? Hell to the gnaw. Hell to the gnaw. Hell to the gnaw. Hell to the gnaw, gnaw, gnaw. You can make a case of Kobe Bean Bryant being better than MJ. A lot of people think he is. I think MJ is better than the late Kobe Bean Bryant. May Allah be pleased with him, our dear brother, who would have been 47 on Saturday. Um, yeah, Saturday. But I would give MJ a slight edge above Kobe, a slight edge, not by much. And the reason why I give MJ that slight edge above Kobe is because MJ got six of them things. He got six. Kobe Bean got five. That's the only reason. But actually, Kobe should have seven, maybe six. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But you would never say that D Wade is better than MJ because that's just insane. That's insanity. Look at what MJ did. Look at his accomplishments. Look at Dwayne Wade's accomplishments. Yeah, he won championships, but MJ got six of them things. D Wade only have what, three? So, but no. As much as I love Pac, as much as I love Big, they are highly overrated. And the reason why they're so highly overrated is because they're no longer here with us, and people are making their judgments on emotion, not on facts, not on skills. They're doing it on emotion. Especially people out here on the West Coast. They have an emotional attachment to Pac. I get it. Y'all claim them as your own. I get it. But y'all didn't have the best version of Tupac. Y'all didn't. I'm sorry. Because when Pac transitioned into that foolishness with Suge, that's what people out here unfortunately gravitated toward. The negative the negative version of Pac. The Pac that was, oh, I had sex with your wife, you fat MFer. Yeah, yeah. That Pac. That Pac that got into that shit in Las Vegas. That Pac. Not the Pac that was conscious. That did Brenda's Got a Baby. They got me trapped. Where my homies call. Not that Tupac. The Tupac that transitioned into niggatry. That's the Pac that everybody out here love. And that's what bugs me about it. Because it's like y'all have an emotional attachment, but y'all want to claim that he was conscious, but y'all want to gravitate toward the negativity, toward the gangsterism of Pac, and not the consciousness of Pac. I don't like that because it's hypocritical. But that's what a lot of cats do out here on the West Coast. And when I call them out on it, they want to get mad. Oh man, you hating. You hating. Well, you can't say I'm hating. You can't say I'm an East Coast hater because I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Detroit. So when I see things for what it's worth. And I remember coming up, social consciousness, the person who taught me a lot about this government, about standing up for your rights, was Chuck D, was Public Enemy. Teaching me about ancient Kemet, about the greatness of our ancestors, of our ancient ancestors, was KRS-One, the teacher. King Asiatic, Nobody's Equal, Big Daddy Kane, teaching me black greatness, Big Daddy Kane. Teaching about street life, the dangers of street life, Rakim. Mr. Scarface, teaching about street life, about the government, with the Ghetto Boys, him and Willie D and Bushwick Bill. May Allah be pleased with him. Nas, oh my God. Nas has range. So I just can't put Pac above those five MCs I just mentioned. I just can't do it. Or Big. No disrespect to Pac or Big. I don't believe in disrespecting the dead. That's something that you do not do. And as Muslims, we do not disrespect the dead because they're not here to defend themselves. We do not do that. Those who have done right by us, by our people, we do not do that. But I cannot put Tupac and Big, and I can't elevate them to that to in my top 10. They're not even in my top 10. I got Pac number 12. I got Biggie number 13. I got Chuck D number 11. Right below Ghostface. So it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But nah, I can't put. They highly overrated, and I get it. People have emotional attachment to them. Well, they were gunned down. That's unfortunate. That is. And what's even more unfortunate than them being gunned down is that both of their mothers, Miss Afeni Shakur and Ms. Valletta Wallace, never got justice for the deaths of their sons. Let me repeat myself. I don't think y'all heard me. Miss Afeni Shakur and Miss Valletta Wallace never received justice for the deaths of their sons. Never. They're gone. Afeni Shakur passed away 8 years ago, I think in 2017. And Miss Valletta Wallace passed away in February when I was in Chicago. Yeah, in February, 6 months ago. So they're never going to receive justice for their sons' deaths, and it's a damn shame. That's what's upsetting. It's bad enough that Pac and Big met the demise untimely and at a young age, 25 and 24. That's heartbreaking enough. But the fact that their mothers are gone now and they never received justice for their sons' deaths, that's just so heartbreaking and gut wrenching. But it was done by design. And forgive me for this, but F Suge Knight and F Diddy, I'm sorry because they played a role in both of these young brothers meeting their untimely demise. So that's why I have no respect for either one of them. I just, it's just, it hurts me that these women went to their grave without receiving justice for their sons' deaths, and that's not talked about. I don't think it's talked about enough. But I think I said enough on this. I don't think there's any more that need to be said. I'm gonna hop off of here. I hope y'all got the gist of what I was saying. I was able to get my point across. And I already know there are going to be many who disagree with me on this. I already know because there were people who disagree with me on social media when I put up the post on Facebook, on my timeline. There are people who disagree with me. Well, Chuck D didn't write his own lyrics. Okay, he didn't. Pac wrote his own lyrics. He did. Pac was a writer. He wrote his own lyrics. So did Biggie. Okay, great. But what does that have to do with the skills on Lil Wayne write lyrics. Lil Weezy write lyrics, and he's whackity whack whack whackity 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 whack. So that ain't you ain't saying much. There are many artists who write lyrics who are just wiggity whack. I'm not saying Pac is wiggity whack. I'm not saying that. Let me be very clear on that. But that don't make Pac better than Chuck D just because he wrote his own lyrics. That's insane. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But I already know there are going to be people who disagree with me on this, and that's fine and dandy. All I ask, well, first, before I even ask that, we're just going to have to agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Again, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. In our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll really get you nowhere. So keep that in mind. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear them. Share this video. Share it, share it, share it. Let's have this conversation. Let's flood the algorithm with it. So share this video. Share it as much as possible. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button on, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. Support my YouTube channel, my future projects. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank y'all for supporting your brother throughout the years. I really appreciate it, and I don't take it for granted. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate it, and I can't do these videos without it. So please continue to support your brother. I love y'all immensely, and I don't take that for granted. Y'all support. Brothers as well as sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So if you're going to work, coming home from work, school has started back in many parts of the country. Some parts will start back next week. Whatever the case may be, if you're dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, still on vacation, or just at home doing nothing, beware and be aware. Again, Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy now more than ever before. So now more than ever, in this hour, we have to not only pray, but be watchful as well as pray. So beware and be aware while you're praying. On that note, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all sooner than later, inshallah. And take care. All right. See y'all soon, inshallah. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.